that the generation that licked lead off of paintbrushes and used asbestos as snow in Wizard of Oz is telling the generation that grew up with literally all information at the tips of our fingers that we're stupid and that they're wiser because they're older is so dumb.
Now, hang on a second. If you're gonna come at us, at least come at us with some facts. We didn't lick the lead off of paintbrushes. We licked that shit off of our cribs and we ate paint chips. We also breathed in fumes from leaded gasoline and we loved it. I'm older than the internet. And I'm also old enough to remember when they thought collective stupidity was caused by a lack of access to information. And I'm pretty sure we blew that theory out of the fucking water. You can't go around bragging about having access to all information at your fingertips if you're not gonna use the shit. Then turn around and make fun of older people for something that happened to them when they were younger that they had no control over. Like lead poisoning. Now, I know some older people think that younger people are stupid, but I am not one of those people. But I do get a good laugh out of some of the questions I get asked, like, hey, where do I put the postage stamps on the envelope? Do I put them side by side or do I stack them one on top of the other? How do you make pancakes round? Which color gas do I put in the gas tank? What perplexes me even more are the most random questions that we get asked that we don't know the answer to, and then we're the ones that end up Googling the shit to find the answer, and we weren't the ones that had the question to begin with. Wisdom doesn't come from Google. It comes from living a couple of decades where you earn the instincts of knowing when to Google something without being told. Just Google the shit, would ya? We're not walking encyclopedias. We don't know everything, and we're okay admitting it, even if we do have brain damage from eating too many paint chips.
Let's make sure we shut the fuel off. Fuel is shut off. Rock and roll. Oh, good day, ladies and dingleberries. Today we got one interesting little project here. Interesting. I'll show you why it's interesting in a minute. It's not really interesting. We're doing a bit of a pump. Fuel pump on this beautiful, beautiful machine. So before we get to that, I'll show you what the heck was going on here. It turns out, while we're doing the diagnostics, it had a bit of a fuel leak, which is no big deal. So we decided we're just gonna change the O-ring in it. Well, it turns out the O-rings are very hard to find. Luckily, we had this nice little unit ready to go because this one's no good. So I stole the O-ring out of it because it was still good. And put it back together, got it running again. And then I noticed that it was puffing a little bit of like air and bubbles and stuff out of here, right? So, whatever. Shut it all down, take it all apart again, take a look. And this is what we found. Might have to get into better light. Let's walk over here. I'll see if the camera will pick that up. See the hairline crack? She be cracked all the way around, all the way through. I've never seen that before. Maybe some of you gentlemen have. But that's the first time I've ever seen one of these housings crack. So, with that, we're getting a new pump. Yeah, customers are not happy about the price too much because they're like, about 4 to 5 G's. But anyways, so go up here and I'll show you some more. Of course, this is not fun to get up on. Yeah. Hurt. Yeah. Get yourself situated. So, while taking these pumps apart, the first thing you want to do is pull this. It's got a 90 on it. So you loosen that off, back that off, get that out of there, and put a cap on it to hold the pressure back, because this here will not stop going. I think it's hooked up to the return line, so you're constantly going to have pressure here. Not a lot of pressure, but enough that it'll just keep on going. It'll empty out your tank. So that's the first thing you do. Eliminate that, and you just take these off, as you can see. And that just drains some of the fluids and fuels out of there. Next thing you want to start doing is start working on the bracket. You got a couple of 15s here, a couple of 13 mil here, and underneath there's a couple of 15 mils holding that pump, as well as a 13 mil for this P-clip. And then you just kind of wander off to the back side here. There's your nut. These ones don't have to be timed, thank goodness. This one in particular had this thing here in the way, so you gotta just unbolt that, move that over. There's a plate here too, get that out of the way. As well, some of you probably already realized I got that cover off that goes across here. And that nut there is, I don't know what it is in millimeters. I just know my 1 7/16 inch fits. So you just back that out. As you can see, I got a towel in there so you don't lose anything. You don't want to lose anything in the abyss now. And then there you go. Back that off. Hopefully the sprocket will come out nice and easy. If not, you just got to kind of hammer it. It's getting changed anyways, so. And what's all in there is you got the breather, which is right here. You got your breather, filter, and your cap. They're all held on by 10 millimeter bolts. When you put them together, when you put the breather back together, just make sure you put a little blue Loctite on that, just to hold the breather in because it's internals. Same with the bolt here. I just dab a little tiny bit of blue Loctite on it. And then, yeah, then 4 more 15 mils bolts come right out. Well, she'll drop, and then that's the end of it. The last one I did, you didn't have to take this bracket right out. You just dropped it. It was fine. You had enough room to come out. But yeah, so it's not that hard of a job. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's not that hard. But when you get a new pump, make sure you get these seals with the pump. Because that sucks when you go to a job site and you're like, I need these seals because these here ends don't come with the pump. So keep that in mind if you're ordering one of these. But yeah, so there you go. My interesting find for today.
I took my water-powered Cadillac to the dyno. Showing off my tank to my tuner. Post your guesses in the comments. Let's see how it runs at the track. Notice the steam from the ice water I put in it burning off. I'd say it runs pretty good. I took this video after I got my water-powered car back from the government.
I got my water-powered car back. The only thing is that it's missing a couple items that were confiscated by the government. One of them being the tank that holds all of the water. They were nice enough to leave my amplifier that I had in here, and they left some hose. Other than that, the whole tank, everything is all gone. All of the lines that I had running underneath of the car, all stripped. Completely gone. Oh yeah, they also took the box where everything happens.